Hey guys, the Main here, back again with another account review, and today we're looking at Lifewater's account. Lifewater, again, another person that's helped donate to the channel. Giving him an account review for that. And let's take kind of a look at his account. Obviously, in Deep World 7, it seems like his Onyx Spelunking statue, not quite Onyx Coral Reef statue, has a bunch of Zenith statues already done, so fairly well progressed in World 7. So let's give some advice World 7-wise about what to do. I believe Lifewater's actually given me some information to work on, so while I try to find that, let's just go through his account. And just kind of find out what we can do to help him. So probably a lot more World 7 related stuff. Let's see. Okay, here we go. In terms of World 7, I'm roughly following what I see you and Griffey doing. I'm mostly concerned with things I can do outside of alchemy, stat bubbles to get insane KPH you guys are in World 7. Do you think... Okay, so, yeah. So obviously the big thing there is that stats normally give you a high kill per hour because of the talents for World 7. So there's talents that elite classes have that give you a ton of kill per kill. And on DK, that's like Charred Skulls. I can't remember the other two for the other characters, but these give you a lot of kill per kill, and this is normally how you're able to progress a lot of the worlds pretty quickly because the kill per kill scale is like insanely high. However, World 7 has disabled those, so pushing the account is actually pushing with that talent in mind is not effective because that's been disabled for World 7. So that's no longer the best way to push it. AFK gains is generally the best way to push World 7 because multi-kill for one reason or another just doesn't work while you're active. So if you're trying to multi-kill, like mob resources for the most part just like doesn't work as effective as it would be. World 7 also has a nerf to multi-kill per tier, just like increasing the cap from like two times the HP, allowing you to multi-kill to 5 times, but also has 92% less effectiveness. So pushing while you're active is actually the worst way to push World 7. World 7's best pushed AFK. So staking a character, AFK, with fighting AFK gains, a little bit of multi-kill if you are able to multi-kill, still a little bit effective, good if you're AFK as well, but definitely fighting AFK gain kind of trumps it, okay? So that's how you kind of push World 7, is you just need to AFK. All right. Secondly, yeah, obviously having high damage, a little bit of multi-kill, it'll help you push AFK. Okay. Pushing your statues, getting high damage, obviously all that's going to come together to help you push. And whatever AFK gain multi name tags you have or trophies are going to help along the way. So if you have the darts trophy for AFK gain multi, if you're able to push to the end of World 7 on at least 6 characters, unlock that last lock and start getting Reliquarium name tags, those will give you AFK gain multi. If you're able to push to 0.1% in tome, that's also AFK gain multi, but that's a very daunting task because it requires, honestly, at this point, probably just an insane amount of bubble levels, like approaching 1 mil to kind of sustain 0.1% in tome. But yeah, so I mean, those things are kind of like the basis for being able to push World 7. You need like a lot of damage, you need a lot of AFK gains, and that'll like really push you through. And pretty much anyone can get to the end of World 7 if they wait like months. But if you aren't hitting multi-kill in World 7, I'd probably recommend not pushing it. If you don't have at least like 5,000% AFK gain rate, I would probably not recommend pushing World 7 because you're missing a giant leg over people that have like 10,000% AFK gain and are able to push World 7 in like a week. You're probably better off going to previous mechanics such as alchemy, like pushing your stat bubbles, pushing the multiplier bubbles, pushing efficiency, getting higher prints and stuff. That's probably going to be your better focus for you and better resource focus than anything else in the game right now from World 7. Yeah, so outside of that, let's just, I guess, take a look at your World 7 to see what you're doing, what you have. Take a look at your gallery, I guess. I don't know if anything loads. So you have Luckier Lad, a few empty slots. Name tags, you have Balling name tag, you have a bunch of 4th tier name tags, a bunch of Dead Bones names tags, 5% tome, 2 Reliquarium. So you're at the end of World 7, right? And you have these 2 Reliquarium name tags. So now the question is, how do you get more Reliquarium name tags, actually? So Reliquarium name tags is insane. Why is higher prints worth it, considering Atom Collider only has so many things? Well, primarily because Atom Collider, it's not necessarily Atom Collider you really care about atoms for. It's now shifted towards like... it's now shifted more towards blessing bonus. So it's always worth it to get more atoms. You need atoms for blessing bonuses because now they scale past level 100 with the Coral Kid. Okay, so you get a lot of divinity points, you get a lot of total damage, get a lot of sailing speed. Those are all pretty good, especially considering Jade Emporium has a blessing bonus multi depending on your god rank. So it's really, really good to get a lot of atom generation to be able to upgrade that. More atoms also means more damage because of one of the lanterns. You also need to upgrade aluminum atom, which takes trillions of atoms. So you need a lot of atom generation for that. And the aluminum atom affects exalted stamp bonus, so it's how people are able to push into like three times plus exalted bonus is because of aluminum atom. So that means more crystal spawn chance, more carry cap, more gold food effect. If you have some of the other stuff multied, such as card stamp, crucker stamp, Matty bag stamp, trippy drop lots, multi-tool, divinity exp or whatever, right? So whatever you have exalted is going to have a really high bonus. So aluminum atom is like insane. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, going back to Reliquarium Nametag. Reliquarium Nametag is like insanely good because it's drop rate multi and AFK gain multi. Okay. So there's a few ways you can try to get a level 3 Reliquarium Nametag. You need to equip specific food across your character. So since you have Zenith statues, you have a really high feasty effect. So this is giving you a ton of boost food effect, which you can use to get upgrade your weapon power boost food. So if you have, for example, Cold Seeker bullets, FMJ bullets, Choco Chip, and the event food here for this, you can kind of replace this with the bullets if you have. But like having this set of 4 right here is insanely good. So I would keep golden grilled cheese sandwiches. I'd put golden kebabs on your character. So kind of the example setup here. This is kind of like the 6 gold food you want for getting damage. This is the optimal amount of like damage you can get. And the boost food effect you get from these like are insane, like 29,000 weapon power. Take a look at my character damage, right? I'm at 1.46 mil right now. If I equip Cold Seeker bullets, I go from I get to 103 billion damage. Okay, so it's like insane right off the bat. So if you want to push and get Reliquarium Nametag, you got to have boost food effect, and a lot of that is going to come from, or almost all of it's going to come from Feasty statue. Okay, and that's essentially how people are able to get to the 5 Reliquarium Nametags. Secondly, what character would I recommend? I would probably do this on AC. AC just shoots out a ton of skulls, so you're able to kill the mobs a lot faster. The Tentacle means you're able to respawn the mobs faster than DK could. And obviously, if you have the skull like equipped on the bar as well, you're able to shoot out even more skulls. So pushing the Reliquarium Nametag on AC is probably the best character to do so. Actually, I wonder if it'll let me try and get a 6th. I don't believe so, but just in case, I'll do like an example push of Reliquarium Nametags. So let me go to main game scene real quick. 1 second. This is a good song, by the way. RP YouTube VOD, people that can't hear this. So this is like the example setup. And then if you have other like pay to win items, such as the Phoenix Wings, the Cobalt Robes, these are all pretty good. There's the damage multi pendant as well. There's probably a few more I'm missing, but this is generally what you want for damage. If I go to a mob map, my damage right now on AC is about 253 billion. I don't know if I'll actually be able to push to the last map, but let's give it a try. Actually, because I have all 5 name tags, I don't know if it'll let me, to be completely honest with you, but let's try it. Damage. Yeah, damage is fairly low. Might need to equip cards as well. You know, going for like 6th run it's insane. So you have to kill 60 mobs within 60 seconds. If you don't, then you fail, and you have to try again with another thing. If I can get more gold food here. Oh, damn. It's unlikely I'll be able to do this. To unlock permanent sets naturally. Hell yeah, man. 15 seconds, pretty good. And then you go right here. Gotta kill a litterfish. Yeah, I don't know if 2000 crystal damage is going to be enough. So essentially, I guess while I'm here, I'll explain how this item works, the Unstable Reliquarium. So every successful delivery you get will like heavily nerf your damage. That's why I went from 203 billion damage to 2000. Okay. Every single one, I think, is, correct me if I'm wrong, like an 80% damage reduction. So it's fairly significant. So you need a lot of damage to be able to do this. That's why I recommend the boost food. Okay. And then you want to go left here from Spearfish, go up into this map. So this is where things kind of get a little difficult because these mobs have a lot of HP. They have 8 million crystal HP. So depending on your crit chance, depending on your total damage, you may be able to do this, you may not. I don't suspect I'll be able to do this because remember, you need to kill 60 mobs within 60 seconds. I did it with 24 seconds. Holy fuck. Okay, so then you talk to this guy and then he'll drop a Reliquarium name tag. And then now it's transformed. You can go back over here and then you can talk to Godfrey, give him the name tag. That doesn't count towards 6, right? No. Okay, it just stacks up to 5 anyways. So that's how you do that. Boost food effect with Zenith statues is like insane. It really lowered the bar and those Reliquarium name tags kind of became a joke. So if you want to do that, it's amazing. Let's see the rank 7 debuff. Yeah, no. There's no way I'm going to be able to do rank 7. Are you insane? Rank 7 would be crazy. There's no way. I'm up to 655 crystal damage. Okay, come on. Oh, man. Okay, we did this in 22 seconds. Easy. Checking my sneaking while I'm here. Door still not broken. Why do you keep AC rings on? Just because I'm lazy. You need 1500 for final map on AC. Is that accounting for the giant crit damage buffs you gotten with Zenith statues? Because I'm at 154 crit damage with, and then on top of that, mega critting. So I mean, that was probably the mark before. I don't know if it's the same mark now. Like 14 seconds of this like is actually crazy. $16 seconds on litterfish. I feel like that's good pace. So I'm kind of benchmarking people. So this is kind of like, you know, if I took CC off the bar, I mean, it's not proccing CC because it's on cooldown. So, all right, well, this is the true test. This is the true test to see if 600 crystal damage, if you have Zenith statues, is good enough to pass. The fact I'm even killing them is kind of a surprise. Yeah, 27 seconds. Easy. So you talk to this guy, get your name tag, go back to town, trade it in. That's how you do it. So anyways, boost food effect is the moral of the story. Boost food effect is insane. If you have Zenith statues, it's also like super insane because it gives you a ton of weapon power. So that's kind of what you want to do. If you don't know, you can also equip Rucksack Prayer to try and increase the amount of gold food stacks you have. So you can get more golden grilled cheese nomwiches. You can get more golden kebabs, I suppose. If you somehow have that many golden kebabs, I'd be actually surprised. But you know, to each their own. Let's stick this character back into caves. Let's go back to desktop view to go back to your main account review. Do you get anything more for delivering after you get 5? No, you do not. Just make sure the food on my I'm missing. What am I missing? Dumplings. I'm missing dumplings. Here we go. Okay, back to this character. Cool. Okay, back to sneaking menu because I'm trying to break down a door. Cool. So moral of the story is Zenith statues just like broke, just like broke weapon scaling and damage scaling and stuff. So you can equip a bunch of boost food effect for weapon power to help you get that 5th Reliquarium name tag probably fairly easily. Considering your Ka-Chow statue is level 149, you have your Dragon Warrior statue at 286. You could consider sticking your characters back into the Golem Cave to try to get more of these Dragon Warrior statues, because I guarantee you these characters have a lot more multi-kill per tier and probably are nearing the damage cap, honestly, for hitting 52 tiers on Ancient Golems. Maybe, if it's crazy to say. You can probably get a lot more boost food effect out of this. You can probably candy up some Feasty statues. Actually, going to Poops and throwing a bunch of candies, you might be able to get a ton of Feasty statues, especially because I saw you had 3 Deadbone name tags. So your drop rate multi is probably pretty high, like in the thousands. So you can probably candy out on Poops map, do Feasty statues, get a bunch of those, probably get like 100 mil, 200 mil, something like that. Go back over, deposit them, and try again on a Reliquarium name tag run. So you can probably get that. It's a bunch of AFK gain multi and drop rate multi, so it's like insanely powerful. Reliquarium name tag at 5 is like one of the big hallmarks of World 7. Like trying to get that as soon as possible is going to like accelerate your account progress and make Zenith statue farming much, much easier. Okay, cool. Let's take a look again at your gallery and see what else you have. I want to see your V-Man name tags. Still level 1. So quick tip for everyone. Is, of course, I have to go over my V-Man real quick. So with your V-Man, you can actually reclaim the quest line for the V-Man name tag. So you go over to V-Man achieved, you reclaim item, and there you go, you get the V-Man name tag. This is also very important for people that have not yet completed the secret quest line. I see posts often on Reddit and sometimes in my Discord people asking, how do you complete the secret set? You can actually reclaim the V-Man name tag infinitely amount of time. So you can get this up to tier 5 on the COD free name tag thing, and also reclaim it for the gold food effect. Okay, so that way you can get it. You're not hard locked out of it or anything. You can, just reclaim it up to however many times you need, and finish the secret quest or the secret set, and also get your 5 name tags. It's a little bit of multi-kill per tier, so it's pretty nice. The other ones, some of them will come back in event rotations, some of them may not. Some of them you just can't. The tome ones you can reclaim pretty much every single month. There's like a set interval timer with like Unix code or whatever, where it's like December 16, January 17, whatever, is when you can actually reclaim a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th set of the tome name tags. The 0.1% name tag is the same as Reliquarium, so it's drop rate multi and AFK gain multi. I believe it's also 20%. So getting up to 0.1% is like a huge goal for a lot of people nowadays. But the big downside about tome now is that it does seem to increase its point threshold on a like 12-hour or so basis, or like 24-hour basis. So it reef sets frequently or more often, so it's a little bit harder to actually get 0.1% tome now. So how do you actually push tome points now that it's become more of a meta? Tome points are mostly in the end game kind of scaled with bubble level. So getting a bunch of bubble levels is a great way to scale tome points. To give you an example, you're at 246,000 bubble level with 1,100 tome points. If you compare that to my account with like close to 1 million bubble level, and I'm at 0.1%. For tome bubble level, I'm at almost 1 mil. I'm at 1,522 points. Okay, so this is almost 400 points over you just from bubble levels. Now a lot of that comes from candy clicking, or if you have enough mining efficiency or catching efficiency, you could potentially just play the mini game, fail it immediately, and get enough copper ore to level up your Roid Raging bubble by 10,000 or something. You can also try increasing your Prisma bubble level by try increasing Larry by another like 10,000 levels, probably get an extra few points to get a higher percent chance to upgrade to like 3-4 levels or so. It'll help a lot. Okay, so probably consider candy clicking Larry, trying to get this up to like whatever that 99% hard cap is. I don't know what that is for Larry. About like 10,000 or so to get you like an extra 10% chance to gain an additional level, right? That's significant over a long period of time. Increasing your Prisma bonus also through AC, like deep in the AC has an increase to Prisma bonus. There's an arcade shop increase for Prisma bonuses that sometimes comes in rotation. I think there's also spelunking. Not spelunking. Yes, Splunking? No Splunking? I can't remember. There's so many that I can't really keep track of. But increasing your Prisma bonus effect will also increase Larry to the point where if you hit above 300%, will increase your chance to hit +5 bubble level. Yeah. That is just hit all bubbles. Yeah, bubbles had a lot of impact for Tome. So no matter, this is just total account bubble level. So just candy clicking or, using your atoms daily, having a high cruck is very good. And that's a great way to scale Tome points. Like you're missing almost 400 points here by missing 700,000 bubble levels. Sounds daunting, but since you're at this stage of the end game, it's really not that bad. Now the question becomes, how do you increase liquid cap? Liquid cap is the biggest factor for candy clicking, right? So how do you increase liquid cap? Biggest one is the lab node here. Viaduct of the Gods, this gives you 5 times increased capacity. The arcade shop has like liquid cap as well. This liquid cap is like a flat increase, right? You'd expect it to not be good, but there are so many multipliers per liquid cap from meals, from the viaduct node, from stamps, drop lots, or not like percent upgrade, but there's that. Ribbons on your meals, meal bonus through some endless summoning. It is insane, right? So you can actually get a ton of liquid cap by increasing the base, and a lot of that's going to come from drop lot stamp and arcade, and also liquid vestment. Obviously, spending a lot of time on Bubo, or AC now, I guess, spending a lot of time upgrading your liquid cap and rate. Remember, if you're doing liquid farming to upgrade your liquid cap and rate, you want to turn off the viaduct to the nodes, viaduct to the gods node inside of lab, because it'll give you more liquid speed. To get you more cap and rate. So doing active crystal farming with AC. If you're at the end of World 7, this final map is the best one for liquid farming. It is amazing. It's way better than Tremor Worms, and I'm like really over sustaining Cranium Cook. Yeah, and getting into like the thousands for liquid cap and rate is pretty good. Getting into like 1500 is kind of what you want to do. Other thing to do is if you can get an extra exalted stamp and you don't have it already, drippy drop. This is insane. This is like a multiplicative increase to liquid regen speed. So this is fantastic for liquid farming. It's also fantastic for helping you cranium cook a little bit better. Drop lot stamp is also a good one to exalt. It's amazing to help you get a lot more base liquid cap, because as we mentioned with all the multipliers liquid cap, this is fantastic. This stamp is insane for cranium cooking. Additionally, for cooking also has liquid cap increases through, I think, the pumpkin meal and kiwi meal. Pumpkin meal is the more important one because it increases cap for liquids 1 and 2, which is mostly for your stat bubbles and also for like grind time, whatever. And then kiwi is for liquid cap 3 and 4, which is more so for your like jade coin bubbles or your essence bubbles, right? So you can level those up as well with your liquid relatively easily because you have like trillions, quadrillions, E24 jade coins, whatever, right? So you have a lot more resources. Those are like guaranteed easy candy clicks, or like clicks when you're done with liquid cap for those. So getting a high like tier 16 plus ribbon on pumpkin or kiwi fruit is going to really help your liquid cap. And then outside of that, you also have gem shop purchases. People have already talked about. You have bleach cauldrons, dragonic cauldrons. Bleach cauldrons are always available. Dragonic cauldrons always come in limited time shop rotations once every few months, right? So whenever you see them, they're always good to get, to try to get 4 of them. Other thing people are asking is the setup for Cranium Cook. Here's a recommendation. So nowadays you want to have Marva Glass staff. Reason being is because the range is really important. Having a high range now is really important for the skulls. Okay, then the bar looks something like this. Honestly, this might be a little overkill. You probably want to do something like this if you're cranium cooking. You want to do Cranium Cook, Raise Dead, Blob. The reason being is because when you press auto, whenever you auto attack, you're going to be firing out skulls. So it's kind of pointless to have skulls actually on the bar. The other thing to do is also make sure you have the crystal placed down, because the crystals count as mobs that you can kill. So they count towards Cranium Cook progress, and obviously recommend a crystal setup, right? Having the crystals spawn also count towards mob, also count towards Cranium Cook progress. So you get a ton of liquid regen. You see here my Cranium Cook is up. I have a really high tentacle level. I'm at 26,000 Cranium Cook timer. As I progress this, I should be able to complete it rather quickly. Yeah, and then if I look over to my cauldrons, my liquid cap, my rate regen is about 2,000 per hour. Upgrade this a little bit more, 2003, whatever. And then these cauldrons, put your characters in the cauldron to increase your liquid regen speed. And I do have Viaduct of the Gods active, so 2,000 liquid regen is like insane. for where I'm at, but most of that is because I have an insanely high drippy drop stamp. It's also exalted, gives a ton of liquid regen speed. Also drop lots exalted, giving me a ton of caps. I have like 403 base liquid cap, which gets multiplied by 5 times 2 times 2 times whatever the liquid cap from pumpkin is. So every 1 increase to liquid cap is actually like thousands of liquid levels. So for example, toxic mercury, I have 1,310,744 cap. I increase it here. It goes to 1,311,177. A fairly large increase for just a 1 increase for liquid cap. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of the setup. What you want. Liquid cap is pretty good. Highly recommend it. Okay, back over to the main account. This review is going everywhere. Yeah, breeding. I want to look specifically for bonuses from all meals. Okay, so this is also a way to increase your liquid cap. Getting these pets to level 20. Your multi for shiny pets is 20,000. This is fairly good. I imagine you did a little bit of Zenith farming to increase the lamp bonuses from caverns. So your shiny pet farming, your shiny pet speed is actually fairly good. So I'd actually consider being active on Windwalker for a little bit to actually farm out these shiny pets. So those of you who aren't familiar with the shiny pet leveling tech, you put these in your fence yard. You have the V-Man enhancement increased for, I think, Whale Wallop. It'll make it so every single kill you get while you're active on Windwalker has a 50% chance to progress and anything, pretty much everything inside of breeding by 3 seconds. So that affects incubator time, that affects shiny pet progress, breedability, it affects spice gain. So it's really, really good. Okay. You want to, have, I think, around like 12, 13 of these pets each in the fence yard. You want to be active on Windwalker with that V-Man enhancement equipped, or leveled up rather, and then go to town. Just go active AFK on Windwalker, be able to farm up these pets. You should be able to get these to level 20 relatively quickly, probably within a few days of Windwalker farming. And this is by far the best shiny pet in the entirety of the fence yard. It is amazing. Does it apply to breedability levels? Yes. Also, I forgot to mention, so that V-Man talent, the 50% chance for 3-second progress, that gets multiplied by whatever your shiny pet multi is, or for breedability if you're doing that instead by your breedability multi. Okay, so if your shiny pet multi is 20,193.81, pull out a calculator, do some math here. 20,193.81 times 3 seconds. You're getting every single kill 50% of the time, 60,581 seconds worth of shiny pet progress. Okay, divide that by 60. That's that many minutes. Divide that by 24. That's that many. Hold on. So I did something wrong. 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour divided by 24. Every single kill has a 50% chance to progress your shiny pet speed by 70% of a day. Okay, that's how fast your shiny pet multi is. Okay, so if you kill 30 mobs in 10 seconds, which is not unrealistic, you're getting almost 11 days worth of progress for every 10 seconds. So imagine how fast you can get these pets level 20 nowadays. It's like insane. The same also applies for breedability, right? You have a lot of these pets at level 1 breedability. Breedability is important because when you're in Windwalker form, your breedability, your Windwalker Tempest form crit chance based off the talent scales off of breedability levels. So breedability is very important because it'll help you get more crit chance in your Windwalker form, and getting above 100% crit chance is good because your abilities can actually mega crit inside of Tempest form. So getting above 100% crit chance for Windwalker is actually very, very important because it'll help you kill the abominations faster, help you kill World 6 mobs faster, and eventually when World 7 adds their abominations, you'll be able to kill the World 7 abominations faster as well. Okay, so get on the grind for breedability, get on the grind for shiny pets, specifically for the bonuses for all meals, and then also probably consider the base efficiency for all skills, because this should affect spelunking as well, which will allow you to get more scrolls, which allow you more tome chapters, which allow you more spelunking progress, right? Very, very, very good. Also, to kind of prep for when eventually we get more critters, Octodars, Walking Sticks also might be good to consider. Infinite Star Signs, I'd prep for an Infinite Star Signs update. Try to get these to 20 as well. I would also consider, obviously, faster shiny pet level up rate. This is a no-brainer one. makes the shiny pet progress a lot faster, and then obviously drop rate as well. Now that we have a bunch of drop rate multi, getting 20% times 3, 60% drop rate is flat is insane. Okay. Ooh. Sailing. Got everything. Add omnipotent. Not all your guys here. 106 blessing bonus. Cool. Actually want to give a quick shout out to the Discord. One of the more free-to-play guys we have in our Discord named Geoff created a little spreadsheet to kind of calculate what would be best for the Coral Kid. So Coral Kid is a World 7 guy. Coral Kid's a World 7 guy, and he has a few upgrades that are a little confusing about how to upgrade. So you can get this guy in World 5. You just drop like the little there's like an item in the World 7 shop right here. This little fishbowl. You go to him in the balloonfish map. I think you just like talk to him or drop it on him, and then he'll come into the World 5 town. So he's here in like this little fishbowl. So you talk to him here, and he has these upgrades here. Okay, he's one. If you don't have Doot, it'll allow you an extra link, so that's pretty good. If you do have Doot, it'll give you Balthazar, which is like gold ball gain. But either way, it gives you a bunch of Divinity XP. This Divinity XP is a multi. It's really insane. The second upgrade is blessing upgrades. So it allows you to increase the max cap for blessing upgrades by +2 every time you level this up. So it's level 50 for me, so I'm getting 100 plus levels. Third one, it makes it so God rank also gives you a multiplicative class EXP. It's a straight multiplier to every class EXP multi out there. So this is insane. That's how people are hitting like really high class EXP levels, because they hit high God rank along with the other class EXP multis available. So I'm having a lot of class EXP mult just from God ranks. And then the fourth one is Divinity skills have a higher minor link bonus. So if you see people with like 650 plus talents, a lot of that is because of this upgrade, allowing you to hit 30, 31, 32 talent levels from Arctis based off your Divinity level. So my character needs to do a little bit of Divinity XP farming, get higher levels of this to increase the bonus that the minor link bonus gives you for my character. The next one is Divinity point multi based off Coral Reef upgrades. This is the most second most, probably tied with the blessing bonus, most important for Divinity points, and the last one is just more coral gain. Okay, all those are pretty good. The most two important here ones are the blessing increase and Divinity point multiplier at towards the bottom. So Geoff has this little guide for how to most effectively increase these, because these multiply Divinity points. Okay. So you want to upgrade these at certain breakpoints. You want to level up blessing by 10 points, the points per coral by 0. And then you start to upgrade them kind of one to one. So every upgraded blessing, 1 point of coral, 1 point of blessing, 1 point of coral, until you get blessing to 40, coral to 30. Then you start upgrading it as 2 to 5 ratio. So blessing to 70, coral to 105. That is the optimal breakpoint for upgrading Divinity points. So both these upgrades, blessing here and this Coral Kid upgrade for Divinity points per Coral Reef upgrade, these effectively are multipliers to Divinity points. So you get a lot of Divinity points by upgrading these two in optimal rates. And the reason blessing bonus is good is because it allows you to upgrade Arctis blessing, which gives you Divinity points. It allows you to increase Snake God's blessing bonus, which is Divinity points, to upgrade Harry Up, which is Divinity points, Omnifal, which is Divinity points. All those effectively multiply with that their second to last upgrade here for Divinity points, and that's how people are able to hit trillions to quadrillions of Divinity points at some point. Which tier are you talking about? So the second upgrade here, max level for blessings, that allows you to get more Divinity points from your God's blessings. And then the second to last one, boost Divinity points gained by 114% per Coral Reef upgrade. This is a multiplier. This is a multiplier Divinity points. So this is insane for helping you get higher God rank, helping get more of these bonuses. So this is how you scale Divinity points now. What if you have so little Divinity points and we barely upgrade Coral Kid? Then that's fine. What you probably need to do is max out your blessing bonuses from your gods. And then you want to try to get higher level God rank. And so you can upgrade your gods as well. Yeah, so the blessing bonus here from Coral Kid allows you to upgrade every single one of these. Some of them are more difficult than others. Like there's a lot of blue bits. I don't have that much. 137 billion atoms, 1.9 trillion atoms. Like there's a lot here, right? But a lot of them are focused a lot on Divinity points. So you can upgrade these and scale that into scale that into here. If you're struggling for divinity points, remember you can go into lab. If you're linked to Goat God, that is, equip the mindful prayer to giving you a bunch of div points per hour, and you can kind of see how many div points per hour this character is getting with all the multis, right? It's insane. 9 4 2 2 3 4 5 1 2 5 4 5 8 4, right? That's a lot of div points. Okay. Cool. You can also shocker actually get more slab, because this is also a div point multi, right? If you have the legend talent from Whalemus in World 7, you can actually increase your slab bonus so you get more div points that way. Highly recommended, especially since div ballot's up in the next week or so. So if I were to take on Mindful, my character is getting 942 billion per hour. One character, mind you, one single character. And then if I were to level this up, I'd be getting more div points because it is a multi. Div is getting nerfed. Now, Div got an insane buff with Coral Kid. So this is kind of the breakpoint. This is how you level up Coral Kid. Those two upgrades that relate to Blessing bonus and the other one that relates to Divinity points per Coral Reef upgrade, those are really, really good. Okay, and the more Coral Reef upgrades you get, the more div points you get as well. So by trying to upgrade the cheapest Coral Reef upgrade is probably the most important thing, especially since Div Ballot is coming up well, this week, right? As this video goes live, Div Ballot should be available. Where can you find the screenshot? This is in Discord. This is in the tips and tricks section of the Discord. Highly recommend looking at it. It's from Geoff. Just look up Blessing or look up Divinity points or whatever to help you get that, okay? Cool. Okay, so yeah, Omnifao, div points, all that stuff. I'm not even going to touch Hole. How many lamp push do you have? 133. Palette. It does have palette unlocked. Okay. For palette, the biggest thing to rush is going to be Neon Tree, trying to get trying to get the palette luck here. This is fairly good. Remember that once you unlock duper bits, which I think, where does it even come from? I think it's Spelunking, right? Yeah. This second boss here unlocks duper bits. Some of the upgrades here are very important that you probably should pay attention to. Where is it? Total palette luck per total color levels is pretty good. And where's the next one? Palette luck per gaming level. So that's kind of how you scale palette luck a lot. 6776, nice. You want to, whenever you have an upgrade, whenever you have like a new palette, whatever the lowest chance like to upgrade palette is, you want to try to click that, especially if you have the duper bit that's palette luck per total palette color level, right? Because it'll help you scale your palette luck. So every time you level up a palette, you'll increase your luck. So it's going to take a very long time for me to be able to do that because my palette luck is like really high and the chance for me actually upgrading something is fairly low. But, you know, just by upgrading your hardest to upgrade, or sorry, your easiest to upgrade color, you're more likely to actually increase the level. And I guess, you know, I guarantee you someone's going to ask, how does palette work? The way palette works is you get all of these bonuses all the time, right? The way you level up the bonuses, you have to actually select it. So for me to get Laboratory EXP gain, I have to select it and you'll see it reflected at this top section here. So it's one of the 4 palettes I have equipped. I can also level up Lime Green, the increased collectible chance for jars, Mossy Green, which does nothing, and then Free Log Game. Now, all these colors should appear inside the gaming window, and eventually they'll sprout. And if they pluck, I'll be able to actually level them up. If that procs, right? The higher evolved crop it is, the more luck it gives you. So this like giant mushroom here in the middle next to my squirrel has more palette luck than this like T0 grass plant thing, right? So having higher evolution gives you more palette luck. You see I leveled something up there. I think that was a Lab EXP. There we go, leveled up. That's because I had it selected, so I was able to do that. Also, if I take a look at my palette luck now, instead of 67.76, it's now 67.80. That's because I leveled this up, which means I have a higher total color level, which means that my palette luck is now increased because of that duper bit. So by leveling up your lowest level palette thing here, will help you get higher luck, so you can find new upgrade things a little bit faster and also find new palettes. The other thing I want to mention is how do you unlock palettes. So you see I have this gray thing here down at the bottom right that I haven't unlocked yet. I need to equip a palette that's adjacent to it. So it doesn't matter if I equip like these three. I don't know if these like add like increased bonuses. It will just eventually a 1 in 51,000 chance I'll be able to upgrade and unlock this palette just if I have this. So I can just focus on one thing at a time here, grow it, see everything's purple, whatever. You need to equip it in an adjacent slot. It'll eventually unlock it. Sometimes it'll say like new color or whatever when you do it. Okay, that's the crux, kind of the backbone behind palette luck, how it scales, how you unlock it, and how you get new things as well. Also, the bonuses also being kind of universal, kind of misunderstood by a lot of people. So for me to be able to get to this next one, I kind of have to worry about just leveling up my palette in general. So if you're having any struggle unlocking new palettes in gaming, that's kind of how you do it. But for you, I'd probably focus a lot on Neon Tree because this is just palette luck, so it's really, really good. Slab. So as I mentioned, Divinity points scales off of Slab, so you have a lot of Slab stuff to do. Make sure to complete your Slab because this is actually huge for Divinity points. So if you're, and also Spelunking power, this will help you with Spelunking now that you've hit like a certain threshold for Slab. So go complete your like World 1 quest line, World 2 quest line, World 3 quest line, complete your Anvil tab, make sure it registers with Slab, complete party dungeons, do your Obel Slab grinding, do some bag crafting, do some regular crafting, quest completion, right? You have probably like easy 200 items here in Slab you can complete like immediately, right? That you can get a lot more div points off of: sailing speed, total damage, bits, jade, essence, power, right? A lot of stuff now scales off of Slab. And with any Slab multi that you get, this is going to be even more impactful. So if you have that legend talent, it's going to be really, really good for you. Okay. Also, you don't have one of the divine trophy. What? World 6 farming. I want to see if you're at 280 crops. You are. Cool. Sneaking. Okay, it actually has functionality. That's cool. So in case you didn't know, the symbols that you get, they affect like the top row more than they do the second, third row. Also, the further left to the inventory, the higher chance you are. So further left, highest row is generally how like chances go. So you have a higher chance in this first slot, second highest chance in the second slot, third highest in the third slot. Can you quickly explain again how the Windwalker progresses breeding shining level? Sure. So Voidwalker has a talent called Enhancement Eclipse. Okay, this upgrade right here at level 150 talent level, you unlock Whale Wallop. What this does is you have a 50% chance to reduce Incubator, Fence Yard, and Spice territories by 3 seconds. Okay, so every active kill, not AFK, you have to be active on Windwalker for this to work. It'll make it so every single kill you get, not with Whale Wallop, just like kills in general. So you could kill something with Ballista, could kill something with Nacho or Boar, and it'll count towards this. Okay, has a 50% chance to progress towards breeding. For shiny pets specifically, if they're in your fence yard, they further get multiplied by the shiny EXP multi you have, which with World 5 has been like giga scaled because of more crops, right? And also crop scientist pencil, so on and so forth. So your shiny total shiny multi you see here affects that 3 seconds. So if this procs, that 3 seconds gets scaled by 20,193 times. Okay. And so that 3 seconds goes up to 60,000 seconds. And for breedability, if you're farming breedability, that 3 seconds gets multiplied by 471,290. It's insane. Does it work in Tempest form? Yes, it does. Does Crystal Mobs give more towards Worldwalker breeding? Only work with DK. It's only DK. So no, every single individual mob you kill will progress that, or has a chance to progress that by 3 seconds. Are you too early in World 7 to request a pay-to-win account review? No, you're not. This is actually what I'm doing for Lifewater. Beanstalk, another big thing. Try to get your obviously golden saltwater taffy for spelunking. This is huge. Absolutely increase. Drop 10k on the beanstalk. Drop that. Try to farm out golden cakes with time candy. So candying out the pearl seltzers from World 4, the ghost from Moon and World 2. the other sources to get your golden cakes to 1 mil. Also try and get another 1 mil stack on your character, because remember they stack individually, independently from the beanstalk, so you get a lot of drop rate. Golden kebabs are best farmed, I believe, in World 6 Colo. Golden jam, I believe, is also World 6 Colo. World 5 is golden jam. And golden bread. Hold on, I'm mixing this up. Okay, spec element on, lol. Bread's World 5, jam kebab World 6. Thank you. Once again, bread, golden bread, World 5. Jam and kebabs, World 6. And again, you want to do this on Arcane Cultist. So DK Orb does not affect World 5 and World 6 Coliseum. The reason you want to do this on AC, and I will demonstrate this because why not? Because I'm a good guy. Wow, it was very egotistical of me to say. You want to have as much drop rate as possible because drop rate affects the chests, right? So if I go over to World 6 Colo, thanks for the test run. I want to see the visual explanation. Okay, so the big priority here is Auspicious Aura. And give me a second. I need to move my cat because he's blocking my monitor so I can't see shit. Excuse me. Excuse me, thank you. This is the gremlin right here. Criminal. Anyways, so you want to have Auspicious Aura. This is the only use case where Auspicious Aura is like actually good. So I have it super talented. You don't need it super talented. If you have this at like level 500, that's probably more than fine. But Auspicious Aura is good because it still has like the instant hit component. So as soon as the mobs spawn on the aura, they will just instantly die. So you just kind of want to go through each of the platforms, spam next round, go to the next platform, spam next round, go to the next platform, spam next round. Auspicious Aura drops really quickly, so you have to be very fast with it. And also gets very laggy because a lot of items drop at the same time. Also because I'm streaming, it's not a great idea. You just want to be as fast as possible because you want to stack up as many points as possible. The point goal is the exact reason why we want AC and Coliseum, because it kills things quickly and you're able to spam next round as fast as you can. You're able to stack up this multi you see at the top left, which means you get more points. The higher points you get, the more breakpoint you have for a golden chest, which is you want 2. So I hit 2 there. That's perfect. That means I get more golden kebabs and golden jam out of this. And because it's being affected by all the drop rate that I have, I end up getting like 2.2 mil golden kebabs in a single run. So, and 1.7 mil. So there you go. That's my beanstalk like done in one run. If you have lower drop rate than I, which is possible, you might end up less than that. Also, you get some golden tickets out of it. So the goal there is to try to hit 2 golden chests because that's kind of what you, that's kind of the break point. For getting you an extra golden chest, 160 mil points. You're really realistically only able to do that on AC. Sometimes you're able to hit 320 mil for a second silver chest. Yeah, very painful. Same logic applies for World 5. You can't really, honestly, there is a way you can get more post office boxes manually, but I do not recommend it. It is a very painful process. So realistically, the only way to get more colo tickets per day is just vault upgrade, giving that 2 times, and then finishing the quest line to get 3 every single day. Move this back in my DK. Okay, move away from that. Sneaking, desktop view. Okay. Move. Rid of that. Rid of my account. Cool. Why does Orb not work in World 6 and World 5 Colo? That is because... That's because Lava just decided not to do it. Cool. Emperor, for you, I'd probably just go back to World 6 and probably complete a few more showdowns, especially with the the Zenith statue update. You can get a lot of progress towards your Emperor. So you can get a lot more drop rate, more DB bones, Windwalker dust, AC tachyons, gaming bit gain drop rate, like all the stuff. So you can probably complete extra few showdowns, probably get some extra bonuses. Also, because the scaling on Emperor did decrease with World 7, you can probably get some more bonuses out of this. So pushing 100 Emperor, a lot easier, especially since you have Zenith statues, the boost food, the weapon power, that stuff, right? Highly recommend it. Cool. Okay, Lifewater, I think I talked a lot. I think I gave you a lot to work on. What's the best class for showdowns? I would probably... I would do AC. AC's best. You go to the top platform, hit him with Marmaglass Staff, drop a lot of skulls at one time. Very easy to push it. Also do the boost food effect thing that we showed early in the video. Okay, Lifewater, thank you for the account. It was a really good one. Hopefully you learned a little bit something about pushing. Remember to reroll your obols as we did in the previous video. You're missing a few drop rate, little bit of drop rate, a little bit of skill EXP, AFK, and whatever. Help you out with that last bit of advice. Remember to get those 5 Reliquarium name tags. It'll really help you out with your account with that drop rate multi and AFK gain multi. Especially now that you have Zenith statues, that boost food effect should really, really help you. Cool. Thank you so much for the account. Have a great day. Bye-bye.